Welcome back to BT Watch, your premier source for the latest and greatest in timepieces. Today, we're delving into the world of GMT watches, unveiling one of the best 5 GMT watches for men that you can buy in 2024. Perfect for the modern traveler, these watches offer the sophistication of tracking multiple time zones with ease. Whether you're a jet setter, a business professional, or a watch enthusiast looking for precision and style, this video is for you. Join us as we explore the top features, designs, and innovations of these exceptional GMT watches. Get ready to discover your new favorite travel companion right here on BT Watch. Bell & Ross is no stranger to GMT watches, and the BR-V293 GMT is the newest design flavor, more so than adding something radically new from a technological or material perspective. Details on the BR-V293 GMT watch are very good, and it is interesting to investigate the various classic wristwatch designs that Bell & Ross pulled from as inspiration for this product. In my opinion, this BR-V2 GMT is a design amalgamation mixing elements of classic Rolex timepieces and the cockpit instrument design favored by major Bell & Ross military and aviation-themed watches. The polished and brushed case is beautiful and comfortable, being in all steel and 41 mm wide. With the crystal, the case is about 12 mm thick, but it is slim in my opinion. Lug-to-lug distance is a very wearable 48 mm. The case has a screw-down crown and is water-resistant to 100 meters. Bell & Ross offers the BR-V2 watch on both a steel bracelet and a canvas-style rubber strap. Inside the watch is a Swiss ETA 2893 automatic movement, which offers the time, GMT hand, and date. Bell & Ross calls this their caliber BR-303. It operates at 4 Hz with about 2 days of power reserve. Mixing the world of vintage sports watches, aviation instruments, and world travel, the Bell & Ross BR-V2 GMT is a sturdy, all-purpose 2-time zone watch with an elegant and masculine personality. It's a high-end fashion watch for those who are attracted by vintage sports watch designs, but hardly want to fuss with something actually old and finicky. The Moser & C Heritage Dual Time is a luxurious and sophisticated timepiece created by Moser & C, a Swiss watch manufacturer renowned for its high-quality craftsmanship and unique design philosophy. At 6 o'clock is a very nicely framed large date window that is actually sensed with the second time zone hand and can be set backward and forward. While the date window doesn't technically match the dial, it is positioned within the dark outer edges of the Fuma dial, so it actually kind of works. For the case back, you can see the new automatic HMC 809 caliber movement, which utilizes a Moser-developed dual-time module on their HMC 200 movement. Fairly straightforward, the HMC 809 is decorated with the usual double-crested Moser stripes and an open-warp rotor done in tungsten. With a bidirectional Paul winding system, the HMC 809 operates at 21,600 vibrations per hour and has a 3-day power reserve. While the 42 mm case would initially seem to be on the larger side, especially when you factor in the long wire lugs, it is nearly all dial, which makes a world of difference. A smaller dial just wouldn't work with the pilot's watch styling, and the overall proportions of the case are pretty manageable. Measuring 42 mm wide, 11.6 mm thick, and with a lug-to-lug height of just under 47 mm, the dual-time Heritage is quite wearable, especially when factoring in how the wire lugs curve downward. In conclusion, the Moser & C Heritage Dual Time is a watch that combines timeless elegance with practical dual-time zone functionality. The Baltic Aquascaphe GMT is like its older sibling, a 200-meter, automatic vintage-style diver's watch with a domed sapphire crystal and a familiar skin diver meets 50 fathoms case shape. However, where previous updates consisted of different dial colors, bezel inserts, or case materials, the Aquascaphe GMT is, and you might see this coming equipped with a second time zone function, enabled by the Swiss Soprod C125, as well as a bidirectional sapphire lumped bezel. Part of what endeared the original Aquascaphe to the masses was its case shape and size. at a very reasonable 39 mm in width and only 47 mm lug to lug. The Aquascaphe GMT is virtually the same as the original and wears well on all the perhaps the very largest wrists. Presenting a vintage profile also aided by an excellent vintage-styled, domed sapphire crystal, which still only brings the piece to a modest 12 mm thickness. And indeed, the primary reason for the substantial upcharge is the inclusion of a Swiss-made GMT caliber in the form of the Soprod C125 powering the Aquascaphe GMT. For those who aren't familiar, Soprod is part of the Festina Group and one of a few movement manufacturers, also including Sellita, that is providing brands an alternative to the previously near-ubiquitous ETA, a subsidiary of the world-dominating Swatch Group. For the ocean-going traveler, the Aquascaphe GMT is one of the most attractive options out there for a GMT diver, and it feels worth a somewhat higher price compared to the standard model. For a micro-brand that keeps creating desirable watches for an ever-growing fan base, this piece is yet another step in the right direction. The diving watches of the Ocean Star collection from Mito are considered to be insider tips among Swiss timepieces. Since 1959, the collection has been writing success stories worldwide, even if the traditional manufacturer is a bit unknown, at least in Europe. Since about mid-2020, Mito again carries a GMT variant in the Ocean Star collection. When feeling the case surfaces, the Mito Ocean Star GMT makes the usual good impression. Everything feels very high quality. This can also be felt on the wrist, where the diver's watch sits very comfortably. A case diameter of 44 mm is a real mark, even for diving watches. Such a watch stands out. You should be aware of that. However, compared to the 44 mm in diameter, the Mito Ocean Star GMT measures just 13 mm in height. So the watch sits quite flat on the wrist. The additional very dynamic design of the case sides gives the diver a sporty look. Inside, the Mito Ocean Star GMT beats a caliber 80, whose name says it all. Mito claims an exceptional power reserve of up to 80 hours. When it comes to the watch crystal, no one is fooling Mito. This is one of the best in the segment and impresses with its exceptional sharpness and transparency. Sensitives whose price is far above that of the Ocean Star GMT. In conclusion, the Mito Ocean Star GMT Black is a versatile and reliable watch designed for individuals who appreciate dive watch aesthetics and the practicality of a GMT complication. The Norqain Adventure Neverest GMT is an impressive and rugged sports watch created by Norqain, a Swiss watchmaker known for its robust and adventure-focused timepieces. With this high quality, robustly constructed, we tested the blue version of the Neverest GMT. Adventurers can climb the world's highest peaks while also keeping an eye on the time in their home country. Manually turning the crown advances the main hour hand in hourly increments, thus making it quick and easy to set the watch to show the hour in any desired time zone. Meanwhile, the additional hour hand with a colorful tip continues to indicate home time on a 24-hour scale. If you also need to see the hour in a third time zone, you can rotate the bezel with its scratch-resistant ceramic inlay in either direction in hourly increments to correspond with the additional hour hand. The date can be quickly reset by moving the main hour hand forward or back. We were pleased to see that the date disc is black like the dial. Moving on to the case and dial, the Adventure Neverest GMT measures 41 mm wide and 14.94 mm thick, and has a lug-to-lug measurement of 48.9 mm. The case has a very respectable 100 meter of water resistance as well. In addition to the bracelet and fabric strap, the brand is also debuting a new vegan rubber NATO strap that has matching accents with the color scheme of the chosen watch. The watch is powered by the NN20 GMT movement that operates at 28,800 vibrations per hour and has a 70-hour power reserve. In conclusion, the Norqain Adventure Neverest GMT is a rugged and reliable watch designed for adventurers and outdoor enthusiasts.